You know, we're live and you're
Come on.
sounding like that.
Sound like a commercial.
What was the dinner?
Quit.
Go get it.
Sour Diesel went live. Looked like you said cocoa butter. All right.
You beat me.
Huh? I know I beat you. I've already got 5 people on here.
It's not gonna let me.
So who all we got on here? Hey, Joanne. Hmm.
Shepherd's Hangout.
We got we are going to, well, I don't know. Sean on there? Oh, this might help. Aha. Lighten up the room there. We tried this new thing, or we're trying this new thing, where we can chit chat with people as long as you're respectful and as long as it isn't, because I will hang up real quick if it's not decent. But we can hang out and chit chat. I put a phone number that only works whenever I have the internet on the phone. But I put a phone number in on my Facebook and my Twitter.
Right. Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm
Oh,
trying
we're
to get to
going back to California for the wedding? Yes. Yes. Can of butter. Oh, yeah, can of butter is what Sour Diesel had on his deal. But anyway, we have a phone that we're going to use on speakerphone to talk and hang out with people. Huh? No, you're putting the link on there? Oh, okay, well, yeah.
Oh, you want them to go to your email? They say.
Okay, I was wondering if that was why. Yes, that is why we're going back there. We're going have a few things that we're going to take care of while we're there and do the wedding, and then probably coming back. I think we're going to hang out for the winter. And then when summertime hits, spring hits, we'll hopefully by then we have some kind of motorhome or bus or something. And are we going through Oklahoma City? We might go through Oklahoma City. We can. We're not actually that far. Actually, I'm a little closer than what you think. Not too far at all, actually. There's another one. You never emailed me. Hey, Saturday. So I thought you were on live stream. What are you doing messaging me? You didn't cut your live stream just because I was on, huh? I hope not. I like your videos. Yeah, especially the flowers. Yeah, you seem to grow some really good ones. Sorry, I'm having to look at this from the side. My phone's almost dead, so I'll email you. What was I emailing you about? Can't remember. What was I supposed to email Joanne about? I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't tell me everything y'all discuss when y'all.
I tell you most everything.
While I'm at work.
You tell me where y'all are. Oh. Okay. Well, there's a phone number. I wasn't going to do it that way. Was going to have everybody have to look up our Facebook or the Twitter, but it's all right. We did it that way. Anyway, people that like to chit chat, we'll set a. We're trying to get different types of content in, so I'm thinking like once a day for 30, 45 minute, maybe an hour show. We will turn the phone on. Yeah, I don't know how to use Twitter either, but I finally figured it out. But anyhow, we would do we would do anyhow we would do we would do a show where people can call in and chit chat. Just remember, as long as it's respectful, because if it's not respectful, I will hang up. I don't have time to waste on listening to hatred. If it's positive and just sending positive vibes and things like that, then Selena's on the YouTube putting things in. Yeah, smash the like button. Who's the mod? Honestly, I don't think there's any mod in, except for Selena's on mine, so I guess she's modding. Oh, Rodney's in. There's another mod, and Rachel is a mod now. We put her on so that she could post things that she feels is relevant to whatever we're talking about and stuff. So. She wants me to call her. What's up with that? Who wants you to call her? Oh, we're talking about call the phone thing here. We have a phone that we have that number through, and I'll put it on speakerphone and talk to anybody as long as it's uplifting, positive vibes and stuff like that. We're gonna try something new.
No, I did.
Huh? What?
She wants me to call her.
Oh, I don't know. She might be wanting you to call her. Okay. She's gonna.
That's actually to get a hold of Thomas.
It's actually get a hold of me or her. I mean, either one of us. You're probably better off getting a hold of me. She's just gonna laugh at you and then pray for you. So, which is probably the same thing I would do if it was anything other than nice stuff. I'm picking. We had a very blessed day today.
If you just need a kind word or pick me up and you feel down, just give a call, shout out, need a prayer.
That number will be open periodically throughout the day. It'll be open to call when I'm offline or when I'm not on. When I don't have a stream going, and you can call and chit chat or send prayer requests or whatever. I mean, I'm always willing to talk to somebody. Oh, what are you doing?
I apologize. I'm trying to get
Getting my Bible.
the Bible.
My Bible was the only thing holding the phone straight.
Did you ever find what even
No, I did not. I did not find it. I did find in where's that piece of paper? I did find the one in Ephesians 5:31. But I find the other one. She'll find it. Watch. I just read it the other day, and a buddy of mine. Did you see that, Tommy? I emailed you. No, I haven't looked at the emails. Huh? I marked it in blue.
Yeah, the two.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you just sent it. my email is on my phone there, and I have to actually refresh it to get my emails. I will see it later though. Once I get off of
Oh, no,
You know, off of the-
Bible search here that you can get by, yeah, sound,
This
voice.
feed.
You gotta find where it is in the Bible.
Let the weird woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are permitted to be under.
We already know those. Those are what got him in trouble.
I know, that's where you started, and then you ran on through here.
Okay, back to cleaning the yard. God bless. 10. Okay. Tent.
That was in Corinthians.
Not sure what that means.
Did you
Huh?
look in Corinthians?
I have no idea. I don't remember. But I found the one in Ephesians which kind of covered that. Kind of. I mean, I still got to find the other one. But the marriage of two people, they become one, and I can't think of where I read that one. I got the rest of them, and
What is it? Marriage of two
Tiny
people
Tim.
become one?
Tiny Tim.
Marriage.
I don't think Sean's even on here.
Marriage
Oughta-
of two people
oughta call it.
become one.
I think I will.
The coolest thing
We put him on the
that
spot.
I will never take off is Ron Gibson's computer any time that I switch users.
I know. His is still on there. I know. I seen that, and hey, I hate to put you on the spot. But you're on live. How are you? I gotta check and see if this thing works out okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, turn that down just a little bit. I can't hear a word he's saying. Hold on.
No, you can't hear me?
I couldn't hear you. Okay. Now I can. Maybe.
Right off.
Can you guys see or hear him?
Hello,
Hello, hello. That would be Sean, better known as Fish. Take it off a speaker. Why take it off a speaker? That's the whole point. Can't take it off a speaker. If I take it off a speaker, it's a conversation between me and him. Barely. This thing is not loud on speaker. Oh, well, I guess it would help if I turned it over. You still there?
No. Still here.
Hi. Oh,
Yeah, it's Fish, the other mod. He is on the phone, so we get to hang out and talk to him for a minute. What are you doing, buddy?
Just working on homework class tonight.
For class?
I've got a marketing 9-minute team thing that's due by 6 o'clock. And I just got all of my teammates' portions of it. I'm the team leader, and I'm putting it all together.
Hey, Paint Chip just got in the
My
room.
teammates don't know what they're doing.
Hey, guess what? Paint Chip just come in the room. I bet you don't know who that is. I know who it is, though. I happened to be on somebody's feed when he came in, and they announced who it was. Nobody else knows, though. Hey, Paint Chip, you met Sean? Sean is on the phone. I don't know what exactly he was talking about. He was talking real low. You gotta talk into your phone.
Oh, I'm talking into my phone.
Yeah, now it works. Heard you just fine.
Stay there. No.
Hey, you weren't supposed to give it away.
Send another one.
Kathy gets on there. Hey, Anton. You wasn't supposed to tell who it was. It's supposed to be a secret. Okay, nobody else knows. Only the 17 people in here. And however many people watch it afterwards.
Like it's super dry.
Anton's a pretty cool dude. I like his videos. But for some reason I don't get notifications on his videos anymore. I don't know, maybe he blocked me. You didn't block me, did you, Anton?
YouTube's been messing around with their algorithm lately, so I haven't. There were like for 3 days there, I didn't get a single notification when you went online, and then when your video was, that's a notification.
We're gonna have to do this with a better phone. It's ridiculous. He keeps talking so low. Are you talking into the phone?
That talking will be great.
Yeah, he wasn't talking into the phone. You are now.
That was weird. It was like,
He said his channel was down. No, he would not block us. What is it?
And it may be your speaker on your phone.
That's an idea. I know it works good when people call in. Maybe this maybe trying to do it this way doesn't work all that well, but I don't know. Trial and error. We'll figure it out. But I want to get it to where something to where people can call when I'm not. Well, we still have Messenger on Facebook too, so keep that in mind.
Yep.
I got to figure out how the Hangouts work, though. I'm really interested in that one. We had a very, very blessed morning this morning. God definitely provides
All the time.
all the time.
He never fails.
Never fails. You're right. Yeah, we were in need of a few things, and we received that this morning, and it worked out great.
Nope.
Yeah, I figured I'd use you for the guinea pig and call you and
I appreciate it.
tell me you are believer, so therefore a brother. You're right, we're all brothers. Brothers and
Absolutely.
sisters and I guess the distant ones, the ones that are kind of riding the fence, they would be considered like uncles and aunts, right?
Yeah, they're all children of God.
They're all children of God.
Even
It's just,
if they know it or not.
yeah, if they're riding the fence, then maybe not completely. So, maybe not brother or sister, maybe cousin.
Yeah, it's just a cousin.
There you go, cousin.
Come on in, the water's fine.
Come on in, the water's fine.
Yeah.
Denomination matters not. You're right. It doesn't. Denomination doesn't matter any. The word is very, very clear. And there's no way around it. It's right there in black and white. It doesn't matter which denomination you call yourself. And me personally, my personal opinion, and it is my personal belief, and is what I base my beliefs on. I don't really care too much about denominations.
No, I think that creates more separation than it does bringing people to Christ. So,
you got to speak more into the phone, buddy.
Everyone wants.
You got to speak a little bit more into the phone.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. I think denomination, when people start, well, I'm a Baptist, I'm a Catholic, and I'm a Lutheran, I think that creates more division, which goes directly against what Christ spoke of. It's
Mm.
love thy neighbor, not judge thy neighbor.
You know what's funny? You can look at every single one of the denominations, and you can see the differences in what they were taught and what they believe, and you see why so many people have hatred towards different denominations because they think they've got it right, or this one thinks they've got it right, or that one thinks they've got it right. But what they don't realize, and they don't look around and notice, it doesn't matter which one is saying it this way or which one's saying it that way. They all love God.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. The love of God and the way that we love God. That's the key.
Exactly.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, buddy. Ripped to shreds. This stream is going nowhere just like you. Alright, well. Teach your own. Can you hear me now?
The stream is going somewhere. Unlike your comment.
Well. Like we said, we don't really have room for hatred.
Nope.
So,
No time for that. Ain't nobody got time.
no. Life's too short for all the hatred. You know, the devil plays around and messes around and tries to wreak havoc on each and every one of our lives enough already. We don't need everybody else that want to ridicule. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, sit back and enjoy the show. Where are we going without God? No kidding. Where are we going without God? If someone doesn't have God within them, where are they going?
Ooh. Oh, that's like running around in the darkness trying to find your way.
Yeah, well, and you can only run for so long until it catches up with you, and then where are you
I
going?
was in my life like that for 30 years.
The Bible is very clear about that fiery furnace. Keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah. For those listening, I felt.
What is it?
And I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy.
What was the one? Crampton. I can't think of where it's at now. You remember the let not no corrupt conversation come from your mouth. That only that is good and is there to uplift each other. Which one was that? Now I forgot. Jeez Almighty.
Which one?
Yeah, pray for better memory.
It's okay, baby.
Or your
What
legs
does
getting
the Bible
tired.
say about encouraging each other?
Huh?
Well, in
Are you
Thessalonians
getting
chapter
tired?
5 and verse 11, therefore encourage one another and build one another up.
No, they were asking if my legs are getting tired. I don't know. I think this one was just saying some weird stuff. Where are we going without God? Are your legs getting tired? Oh, yeah. Now I get it.
Yeah, that's me.
Huh?
That's my other account.
The Nighthawks?
Nighthawk Vlogs is my other.
Oh, the Nighthawk Vlogs was Richard.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out what he was
you
saying. I was like,
mentioned running.
oh,
Forgot I said unless your legs get tired.
oh. We got an all-star cast today. Oh, Lord. Can you hear me now? Anyway, so this turned out to be a pretty neat idea. We just need to get a louder phone. How on earth is your channel still at 666 subs? That's crazy. That is because I have several trolls that have several accounts, and they keep fluctuating their accounts. That will take out and then they'll put in some in order to get it down to 666 and keep it there. And they do it because they know that I have this OCD with numbers, which is starting to get to where it's not bothering me anymore. But I say we ought to all tell our friends, and we ought to get that number way above. And I would say shoot for 999. They want something weird and Ironic.
777.
Turn what they're doing. Turn it upside down, and shoot for that number. Because if we get it up to that number, then it doesn't matter how many accounts they got. They're not going to bring it back down to the 666. But
Hold on, I gotta grab my manga back here. My dog's going crazy.
Intruder alert.
Danny Sinister.
Intruder alert.
I was going to unsub, but I didn't want to run perfectly good troll.
Trimming the bushes.
Do what?
Oh, in my complex, condo complex, they're trimming the bushes outside.
That's what I thought you said. You just.
Yeah, my deaf dog. The dog is deaf, my little Boston Terrier, and so it does me no good to tell him not to bark. So. Here. Sorry.
But
Go on back.
so does anybody have anything else they want to talk about, or
Yeah.
do you miss the slabs? Yes and no.
I miss swimming in the canal on 120-degree day.
Yeah, no, that was nice. Swimming in the canal, being out there in 120-degree weather, and then having to go dive in the canal just to cool off. That was nice. I really enjoyed the time that we had there. And there was a lot of people that I thought were good friends that turned out not to be. But there is still a lot of them up there that are friends, and are still friends, and I would love to go and see them. Things seem to have gone bad since the oil. I wouldn't say that.
No, I wouldn't say that at all.
Anton wants to call for a little bit. Well, Sean, if you want to give up the speaker there, Sean wanted to call for a little bit.
You see your Ron there?
Or not Sean, Anton.
Ron there.
Yeah, let me-
Quit smoking weed.
Yeah, I gotta finish up this homework.
Pretty
assignment
close.
anyway, and, I'll
All
be
right.
back after.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
Thanks for calling.
Love you, buddy. God bless.
Anton Fisher. Isn't that the guy's name here? Anton Fisher.
What now?
Anton, why do you want to say
I don't know.
Fisher? What's your last name?
Fish, because Fish is his name on there. You're, man, what in the world? Okay. All right, Anton, give it a call.
Well, your daughter is happy but smoking weed.
Pretty close to it, but no, I've slowed down drastically. I only smoke on special occasions, or if I, which is usually if I have any, but I don't smoke very much at all. My problem is I look at it as kind of overindulging. There we go.
Let's get rid of him.
Hello. Oh, I think I need to put it on speakerphone. Hello.
Tommy,
Yes, it is.
what's going on?
Well, we're just doing our live stream, and how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Can't complain. I got food, water, and shelter. You know.
Hey, that's the bare essentials. As long as you got that you're blessed no matter what. You know, people take that lightly. You know, but you're blessed just to wake up with the breath of life. So you're definitely blessed.
That's right. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm on the call. I wanted, if you don't mind, I'd like to give my my thought, my point of view on belief and
Sure,
believing in Christ.
sure. You're more than welcome. You have the floor. Go ahead.
Okay. Back in about
2002, I used to be atheist, and I tried to commit suicide. That was the first time, and I prayed. I said, God, if you're really out there, give me a sign. And at that moment, I got interrupted in the middle of my suicidal attempt. So I took that as a sign. So I slowly was like, okay, now what? Well, at the time, there was a little church over by my house, and it was down the street from a buddy of mine's house, and I seen they was opening. It was a small little place. It was an old house that they rehabbed. It used to be a crack house before that, but they came down and they rehabbed it. So I figured I'd go check out their service. They were apostolic Pentecostal based, but I didn't know a lot at the time, so I just figured, hey, I'll go check it out. So I went down, I checked it out, and although I admit a little bit of it at first freaked me out, everyone being so, I'm kind of a loner, so everybody was kind of giving me hugs and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, these people don't even know me, this is weird.
Yeah.
So I continued to go, and the word spoke to me, and I felt the Spirit. And when I was young in the faith, one thing I found myself doing was in the Bible where it says, like, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that.
Right.
For some reason, I would, like I've seen many that are young in the faith, I would think, oh man, I'm hearing this, and I'm supposed to, when I see this person doing this, I'm supposed to correct them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then, later on, I kept praying, like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And I found out that I'm supposed to take this word and use it for myself to help fix myself, not to be perfect, because that's not the whole deal with believing in Christ, because Christ was sacrificed so that we can go to heaven, that we can have eternal life.
Right.
And but I'm supposed to use this knowledge and this word to be a better person. And of course, not being perfect, I went back and forth. I fell off a little bit. I got back on. I fell off a little bit, which that's just life, and that's being human. But the main thing I've learned, not only from reading and just from observing over the years, is it's all about love and forgiveness.
Yes, it is. It's all about God is love, literally. The love that is within us, that aching desire to do good and to help others, and that is the Spirit of God within us. And He's always there. He's there when you need Him the most. He's always there.
And that's right. And attending that church back then, there was a little sermon, a little teaching one day, and it really touched my heart. And it said, you can have someone who was raised in the church and raised in this and whatever, and they could be a saint per se, by definition. They could be a saint. But then you can have this one person walking down the street which has this hate in their heart, and they're walking down the street and they have this hate and they want to kick this cat.
Right.
But something, in them says, I don't do that. It's a poor little kitty. And that follows me too. Being human, being a sinner, and we all have our dark side. And I would want anyone listening that may be borderline belief or early in belief or whatever, just to know that it's about love and it's about forgiveness, and that God created us, so He knows we're not perfect, but He looks inward at our heart, and that little bit of act of not kicking the cat or not getting in a fight with someone who really offends you or whatever. Even it don't have to be something grand. You don't have to be your whole life. Don't have to be this big mission. There's this big purpose. I'm here. No, the purpose is to live, enjoy the gifts of life, and to just love and forgive. It don't have to be this big purpose. It's just little things where when you feel like kicking a cat, don't do it. Pray and and stuff like that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, we all sin and fall short of the glory of God. And no matter which way you look at it, none of us are perfect. If we were perfect, we would walk straightway into heaven along with God. We wouldn't even have to endure the struggle of death or anything. And it is the acts of kindness that we do for one another that is of God and is blessings from God. And we are richly rewarded in heaven. We stack up our treasures in heaven, not here on earth. And it's by our good deeds and by the way we are and how we worship, and how we praise God in everything that we do. And for some, it's getting out there and doing big, wondrous things. And for some, it's a matter of not kicking a cat that really annoys you. It's all different walks of life. And
that's another big thing that I've learned over the years is I'm kind of a narcissist at heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of self-centered. Kind of think the world revolves around me. And one thing I've learned is it don't. And everyone's different. And those of us who do know better will be held accountable. And I don't think that the Bible tells that just afterlife. I think it tells that on earth too. So just like people get really upset when cops break the law.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because they're held to a higher standard. And so one thing I found out over the years too, and I would like to say this for you to hear it as well, is if people come against us and it's on a level where they're saying, well, I thought you were a Christian. I thought you were supposed to do this. I thought you were supposed to do that. That it might actually be something that we're being told, reminded from God, that we are to be held against them higher standards because we do know better.
Yes.
And necessarily not to get upset or mad with those who don't understand.
Right. And people, there's a lot of things they don't understand about life in general. It's not a matter of you're supposed to be a Christian, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that. We all sin and fall short of the glory of God. And what did Jesus say when the people found a woman that was committing adultery and they drug her out there to be stoned? You ever think about what exactly happened that day when he stooped down and they asked him, what do we do? And he stooped down and wrote in the sand. Then he got up and said, he without sin cast the first stone.
That's right. That's right.
But do you know why he
And,
wrote? Do you know why he wrote in the sand? It was
What'd
the
you
way that the way that they believed and the way that they did back then. They would write their names down in a book, and those names of the ones that were I don't know. I guess blessed or some. It's something to look up because it's really interesting. But there's a connection between that and that of the old beliefs that they would write their names in the sand, and therefore everybody that was standing there knew that if they cast their first stone, that they too were going to be judged for it. And as soon as they realized that, they threw their stones down and ran away. You know, and it's something very interesting to look into, especially when you're
Kathy Jones said he was writing the names of those who had sex with the prostitute. They dropped the rocks and split.
right. Okay, there you go. See, I knew somebody would know. I would know a little more detail about it. But that's what I happen to be studying in right now.
I think the that was the main thing I was wanting to say today is for you, for me, for any believers that we should take people how they are, you know, and not to really judge, because we know that forgiveness and love is key. And for those who are non-believers, also to realize the same thing too, as believers aren't perfect, and we're all work in progress, and
Judge not, lest you be judged.
That's what life's about, is to just work towards that, and God knows our heart, and that for us believers, that a big thing is to remember that how Jesus said, you know, come as you are. And of course, you know, people would say, well, I mean, not to stay that way, but yeah, we were also at that point. And I think a lot of times, if we're early in our faith or whatever, that we run a lot of people off because we tend to be judgmental.
Yes.
And even if it's the littlest thing, we're held to that higher accountability. So when we show that little bit of judgment, it runs them off. So
Yes.
I would say that to all believers today, just to love and forgive, and don't be judgmental.
Yeah. Beware of wolves in sheep's clothing also. Yeah, Ray just put that one up there. That was no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but the good thing is if you reference an animals, it's kind of funny is we're animals, so we will be able to have a sense of smell per se. You know,
Right.
so we know what's what because of the actions of the person,
Right.
not from what they say.
Yes, you know them by their fruits. And when a person comes to you and says that they're a Christian, but you'll know them by their fruits. Are they judgmental? Are
That's
they,
right.
you know, are they righteous in what they're talking about? Or does it seem more like assumptions? You know, that you are judged by your fruits. I know it says not to judge, but we are to look at each other's fruits, and therefore we know what the plant is bearing. You know, a corrupt plant or a corrupt tree cannot bear good fruit, nor can a good. What happened? No, don't do that. Hey, when that happens, you still there? Okay. All right, still there? What happened to the? I don't know what happened to the volume. Hey, your sister tried to call on Messenger and it just messed up the volume and everything here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear him anymore. Hello? Hold on. No, it's not letting me do anything. It just cut me off. I can't get it to go back on there. I tapped the speaker. Oh, there we go.
He
All
lost
right.
Wi-Fi.
All right. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Anyway, you know the
Yeah, I was just getting ready to go off anyway. Not to get off here. Yeah, that would be my message. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Ron. You know, good dude. He'll be missed. And
yes, you will.
second, it's all about love and forgiveness. There's all kinds of things, you know, that we're supposed to do or that we're supposed to take lessons from and all this.
And that all comes in due time.
Those are all details.
Yeah, and those all come to you.
Is repeated, and the main thing that is teaching of Christ is love and forgiveness.
You know, something I've noticed that when you become a child of God and you're sitting listening and trying your best to obey him in everything that he's telling you and everything that he's teaching you, he cleans you from the inside out. And in order to get there, you first have to have faith and believe in God. And as far as the rest of it, all of the little things that he cleans you up from, that all comes in due time. That's all stuff that will be learned and understood in due time.
Yes, that is very correct. There's been many teachings that I've heard that I didn't really know until later on in life. And it just came to me, so I figured I'd say it. But this is for you, Tommy. I don't know when the last time you read 1 Timothy, but that might be something that came to me. Go ahead. The next thing you read is 1 Timothy.
What verse?
The whole thing.
The whole thing?
That's another big thing too. Since you asked what verse,
Yes.
I think a lot of times when it comes to denominations and misunderstandings and things like that, I think that people don't read the whole thing because,
right.
just like you said, due time. When you start to read it, you might think it's a message, but when you get to the end, you realize what the message is.
Right. Like I got Selena to understand that, and she's been doing the same thing. Every book is almost like a story, and if you read it from the beginning to the end, then you get the whole concept. Not just so
Yes, and if
anybody
they pick this verse and that verse,
Yeah,
then it goes bad.
Anybody, including preachers or whatever, can take one verse out of this book, one verse out of that book, and put them all together and make it sound completely different. And that's how they deceive so many. And you really need to read it from beginning to end with knowing that God will show you exactly what it is that he wants you to learn. And he wants you to understand.
And, hey, Tommy, not to cut you off, but
Yes.
I'm not limited on minutes here.
Okay.
Get on, and nice talking with you. Again, shout out to Ron Sisson. And God bless. You have a great day.
All right. God bless, buddy.
Thanks
You
for
have a wonderful
sharing.
day yourself. Thank you for sharing. That was an awesome idea. I loved it.
Okay, she wants to know if I want to go up there with her to fill out the.
Yeah, very dangerous. You couldn't be even or any more correct. There is way too many people that literally cherry pick verses. Do what now? She wants you to what now?
Their Christmas and Thanksgiving baskets.
Yeah.
That you don't get. So like the week before Thanksgiving, they'll give you a voucher to go get your Thanksgiving meal.
Right.
In Top
Yeah.
You want to go?
Do I? No, I don't want to go if I don't have to. Do I need or do you need me to go?
No,
I
it's just going out that heckler. And
Yeah,
then
I'm-
Nikki texted me that.
Yeah, I seen that message. How do you keep getting nominated? Yeah, I mean they're asking you to. Whenever they ask you, but I want to go to church
But not sure.
for pre-wine. How's Joanne doing? Yeah, let's touch base a little bit more on that one. Like Kathy was saying, people cherry pick verses. They do. And they take bits and pieces of different parts of the book, and anybody can do that. Anybody with with a grade school education there. You know, I don't think you even need a junior high education for that one. You can take different pieces of the book. You can take this verse and then combine it with this one, and then combine it with another one, and then use another one to bring out your own thoughts. But if you read the whole thing, there is no mistaking what he was saying. You know. Did you hear about the testing done on the scrolls? It must be the devil's work coming. No, I have no idea. Christiana, who departs from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken the living word, foundation of living water, and preceding temple and fed blood flesh. Himself is living water, fulfilling prophecy. Writing in this pertains to writing in this. Yes, yes, it does, and that was. I know it was what the priest, and that they were. It was something that they were taught for that reason. I understand what exactly he was writing in the sand. I'm still a little not clear exactly what he was writing in the sand, but I do know that whatever it was talking about the abomination that they were being against God by doing heinous acts like that, whether it be those were the names of the ones that were forsaking him, or whether it was the names of the ones that were wrong themselves for what they were doing, or whatever else. I haven't figured out completely. I've heard two different opinions on this one. It is something that I'm trying to study myself to find out. But I do know that there was a significance in the fact that he was writing in the sand before he finally stood up and told them, you know, that he without sin cast the first stone. And that's something that even being raised up around a church and being in a church was never told to me. And going to Goodwill to buy 1970s pimp clothing. I do remember us talking about pimp clothing at one time. We were making a joke, but I don't remember actually saying I was going to go and get any. But hey, Rodney, if you don't mind, what is it you're posting on there? What is the I mean, you're posting a link to something, which is fine. I would like to know what it is. I mean, I'm sure anybody else that's looking at it would like to know. Click on that link and see what it is. You have to hit the allow over there, all the way to the right. You don't do the other one, because if you do the other one, then it allows it every time, and I don't want to accidentally click on that's a song written in the sand. Oh, wow. Okay, great. That sounds good. Hey, I tell you what, can you, no, is it on YouTube? All right, well, if it's on YouTube, scroll down a little bit and see if it gives you a spot to save it, and we can just save it to the playlist. I'll listen to it here later on. It's probably on the screen, or yeah, right there. Save all the way over on your right. Yeah, save, and then you hit good song, and then go over there and hit save again. Yeah. All from YouTube. I learned to copy links. Pretty neat. Yes, indeed. I like that. If I can get a better laptop, one that it can actually, can hold up to doing the songs and everything else. This little laptop, which happens to be the one that Ron gave me, was for being able to do what we needed to on YouTube, and it works great for that. It's just now we're building up, and it's getting a little not obsolete, because it's still working, it's still functioning good, but it's just we're trying to figure out. Hopefully, we can run across another one that will work better for links and everything. Because we're gonna grow our content. I wanna do more of these talks, and to where we can hang out, and we can have somebody call in and tell everybody their testimony. Thank you very much, Anton. That was excellent. I do appreciate that very much. And you couldn't be more right. People just need to see the bigger picture. And we're not here to ridicule each other, and I'm not ridiculing anybody, but those of you that don't believe in what we're doing and don't understand what we're doing and want to speak a lot of hatred and everything else, all I have to ask you is, what have you done for God lately? That's a question I ask myself daily. Daily, I say, what have I done for God? Not what God's done for me, because God does all kinds of things for me all the time. But what have I done to glorify His name? What have I done to glorify who He is? What have I done to thank Him for what He has done in my life? What have I done to show people what He has done in my life and the changes that He has been making, and still, I'm sure, has a lot more changes to make? But what have I done to glorify that? To show people yes, they will. I think that's why the people that actually meet me face to face are the ones that understand. Um, they understand more than anything. And how can you do more to glorify Him? Yes. I want to do everything I can to glorify Him. I am so happy that I almost can't contain it, you know? And no matter what, I know I am blessed. Yes, Ron was a very amazing man. He had, what is that?
Your ID pictures.
My idea, my social. They won't accept that one that's been no. You probably have to get the actual paper one. It's in one of them pockets. Yeah, one of those little side pockets like that. It's in there. We're all human. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Need anything, give me a call.
All right. How am I doing that?
Yeah, Shannon's Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know her number.
Yeah. I've got it. Yeah, I've got that.
Love
Be
you.
good.
Always. Love you.
Enjoy yourself. Love you too.
Bye, people. Have a blessed day. Sure, I'll probably be in the same spot when I get back.
Oh, I am not going to be in the same spot when you get back. By the time you get done with all of that, I'm not. There's no way I'm staying on here that long. There's a way God wants you on my words as they start. Yes, it is. Hi, Selena. She then took off. She's going up to pick up the Christmas and Thanksgiving baskets that they give out, which is very helpful, considering what she does, and I help her. I help her quite a bit when she needs help with the rooms and stuff. Her cleaning the rooms takes care of the apartment, and the apartment, obviously all bills paid. And so right now I've got a couple of little jobs that may very well come through here pretty quick. I hope so. But until then, we're kind of well, everything's been a little tight. I would say it that way. It's been a little tight as far as food and everything else, but we had a big blessing this morning, which is more than enough to take care of everything we need for the food and everything that we need for the next little while. So we've been definitely blessed in that way. Should do some paint work. Paint. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I think they were talking about it. A few of these apartments needed to be painted and stuff. Might talk to them, see.
Apartment or secret rooms,
Yeah.
there's no one in there, and your air conditioners are going.
Yeah, they have the air conditioners going to keep them cool down.
Oh,
Advertise locally. Everybody needs paint work. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. Nope. Don't do that. Got.
looking off.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, yeah. It's not a bad idea, painting. Gotta have equipment for it, but, I don't know. I think, I know enough people, just not too far from here that, I don't know. It's all different ideas that would be white, real Stephanie. Yeah, I do understand that. I was actually, my mom and dad when I was little, they painted signs. They did hand painted signs, and my dad raised me until I was 10 when he died, and by the time I was 10, I was painting signs with him.
You better not do
Go to Sherman Williams, get a house account. That's not a bad idea. Somebody is working there than you first arrived. I saw you all working. Are you were working? Are they paying you or just giving housing in return for the labor? Selena is working for housing in exchange for the labor. And she cleans the rooms for the motel. But I was supposed to be hired on as maintenance, but the lady that hired me on as maintenance, I didn't know it until 2 days later, I didn't know it, but she had quit working and was moving her stuff out of her apartment 2 days before she told me I could take over maintenance. You know, all of a sudden when the real maintenance guy shows up, I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs and come to find out everything that I do was just donated time. And I don't mind donating my time, and I still go and help them, and I do little bits here and there and stuff, and mainly I help Selena. Because I was under the impression I was getting paid to do that, and so since that's not the case, then I've been out looking for something else elsewhere. I'm a horrible human person. There's no going when on YouTube people always comment on good guy or good a guy I am. I told them that any good I am is because of God in me. Yes, indeed. Why didn't I use it for the children who suffering at the local hospital? That is not where I was sent to. Oh yeah. I'm still doing the little jobs for them and helping them out as much as I can and trying to help clean up the grounds and everything. Price, deposit, and buy a couple of tools like that. Okay. After you're at your local hospital. Exactly. And are you saying that Good Job Buddy wasn't worthy of the prayer? He wasn't worthy of the oil? I mean, why would you say that I should have went elsewhere? I was exactly where God wanted me to be. God wouldn't have had me drive all the way across the United States to end up at these different people's houses and in their lives. That's not what he wanted me to do. Yeah, I know he's a troll. He's got about one more comment of getting blocked because I don't care for it. They should be clear and pay if they are getting all three of you when Selena's one who is getting the time for housing. And God knows all. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But anyway, so we've been on an hour and 10. Let's see. Yeah, we can talk for a little while longer. Why not? Ignore troubles, works wonders. Yeah, I know. I've been getting to that point where I don't have any patience with them. You know, if they've been warned once, they've been warned twice, they've been warned third time, I don't have any patience with them, and I don't let my mods delete them anymore or block them anymore, but I will if I've done had enough of it. I believe everybody should hear the word of God, but if you're not willing to hear it, it's kind of like going to church. You know, if we all go to church and somebody wants to stand up and hoop and holler and play rap music as loud as he can or whatever the case is, and he decides to be destructive for people learning about God, then that person would, I would guarantee would be asked to leave. You know. Yeah. All right, later, Anton. Yeah, like you said earlier, Herb, you get it. I'm so glad you do. And you're right. If I can reach one person out there, one person, just one, makes it all worth it. What state am I in and what are my future plans? I'm around Oklahoma area, and my future plans, I'm going to California for the wedding, and then coming back and hopefully getting a bus or a motorhome, and then we're going to stay here at this motel, working this motel, while I'm getting whatever ready, and we're just going to hunker down for the winter, and I'm going to keep studying and keep my walk with God and keep up with y'all. I'll get to watch it all the way, and then when it comes springtime and it's time to it'll be time to hit the road. And when we go out the next time, we're gonna be. It doesn't matter how I do it. I'm gonna have it where I've got something else planned this summer coming up, which is going to be a very, very interesting plan. I'm not going to give away the idea, but I know it's going to be some great videos, some great content. I haven't even Sean, the one is been a big help with all of this, and has been probably for $1,500 on Craigslist. Wow, that sounds good. $1,500 for an RV. That's not bad at all. But even Sean, he don't even know what it is we got planned. But I got something planned this summer that is going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's definitely going to be an awesome plan. will I have another treehouse? I plan on it.
Ow.
I'm gonna keep it the Shepherd's Treehouse, but two different ones. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it the Shepherd's Treehouse, but we don't have a treehouse at the moment, an actual treehouse, and even the treehouse there in Slabs wasn't a treehouse. It just built under a tree. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, at some point, we are going to we're gonna find a place that we want to settle down and Dodges. That's what I had over there at the treehouse, but I didn't have titles for them. I could have got them. Both of them ran. The ones I ended up giving all of them. Build straw hut. There we go. Yeah, I plan to try to find a spot of land somewhere. Been talking a lot about the land over there, the desert out there where Dillman is. One is a 440. Nice. We thought about they've got land out there that's kind of the same it's kind of the same as Cyber City where you can go out there and just build you I don't know, build you a big oversized clubhouse or whatever you want to build, and I don't know, as far as I understand it's got trees. But yeah, we definitely want to do something like that eventually, but during the summertime, a lot of our stuff is going to be on the road.
If you had a truck and a trailer, there's people giving away free trees all the time. You could just bring in your own trees.
Okay. I'm not sure that I would want to try to transplant a tree into the desert just to.
Oh no, they're not like big trees.
Oh, you're talking about little one? Oh, yeah,
Smaller
something that we
trees.
can.
They're like palm trees and stuff that are probably 6 to.
You know what you could do?
tall.
You can build a big patio and then cut a hole in the middle of it, like 2 holes in the middle of it, and plant oak trees right there, and then let the oak trees grow, and eventually they'll just lift that whole patio up, and it'll keep going up into the air, and then you got an automatic tree house. It was an idea. It sounded good.
You're gonna have to wait about 50 years.
Well, so 50 years is 50 years. At least.
It would be something that you could pass
Yeah,
down the
it'd be
line.
something for your grandkids and stuff to enjoy later.
Yeah, you could pass
It would be
down the line.
interesting, wouldn't it? Lincolnland.com has you to. They have small and easy turn. That'd be cool. It'd take us 50 years to ever see the treehouse actually finished. That's something I probably should have started when I was in my teens or early 20s.
You're talking about a porch,
Yeah.
build an actual house with a tree in the middle and 4 trees, and over 50 years, the whole entire house will be up in the air.
Oh, the maintenance man is back today. Imagine that. Well, I don't get so ask me to do anything today. Well, actually, they're gone. Selena and manager and them are all gone. I went to go and get the food basket stuff, so we're just stuck here trying to figure out what to do. I don't know. We got one of those little bitty cupcake pan deals. We're gonna make some little cupcakes tonight. Since I didn't get a cake for my birthday. Here's another one. I'll tell you later. I have my I'm in Arkansas too. Really? Now that might be interesting. Whoa! Hey, what just happened? Hey, can you put that back in?
She went to jump up, her head hit it. Knocking yourself out, little girl.
Hey, do me a favor and turn that off. And hey, y'all hold on just a minute. It's gonna buffer, but hold on a minute. I'm gonna turn the internet off to them things. I'm not using either one of them, the phone or the. So I'm gonna turn the Wi-Fi off. This phone is messing up on me.
Can I set this right here? Make sure that.
Yeah. Yeah, just what are you doing here? Oh, we're back. No, I wasn't saying bye. I had to turn the Wi-Fi off. There wasn't no point in burning up my hotspot.
I don't have a mouse.
Hmm?
I thought I had a regular mouse pad.
Yeah, it does on there, but it don't work.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's why that mouse happened to be on there. That's Ron gave me that computer.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
matter of fact, Ron has on his channel where he was working on and fixing the computer,
Yeah,
and then he says it on his live feed. He said because I came in the live feed and he was like, "I'm working on the computer that I was going to send to you," and
yeah, see how my pad is?
yeah, and he did that video. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
seriously?
Okay, never mind. I thought somebody was knocking on the door.
I think that was, you heard my phone fall
Oh.
through and hit that.
Anyway, he was telling us about the computer that he was taking all the stuff off of and everything else to help us out with our YouTube, and that's the computer, the mouse, and the bag, and the bag is in there, but I've still got every bit of it all together. But that was from Ron. He gave us that to help us out with our channel.
I have it.
Yeah, it was. I love it because every time you pull up on there and to switch your accounts, his account is still up there with his picture. His account is still on that computer. Now, of course, you can't get into it without the password, but you can on the YouTube. But I don't mess with his.
Yeah, look at that.
I have that off limits. I don't mess with it. Selena won't mess with it. Nobody will. I would figure that would be very disrespectful. But yeah, when it says switch users, it still has a picture of him on Facebook and on. Oh yeah, that's right. When I was up there, I had him take that off of there, and it's still got the picture on the YouTube, but you can't get into it now. That's right, because he actually logged completely out of it that time for me. I remember he did fix that for me. But anyway. All right, guys. Well, it looks like everybody's starting to get bored or dropping off real quick. We're down to 17 people. That was a wonderful, wonderful chit chat and hangout. I enjoyed it. We're gonna sit back. I'm gonna try to find something a little more interesting to watch on TV other than this drama crap. I don't like these shows very much anymore. I've been away from TV so long. I just really don't care for them. You know what? I gotta go clean out the car and stuff. You want to help drag stuff in, and we can get it all out of that car. I want to bring them tools and stuff, especially because every time you hit a bump in that, all I could hear is the tools rattling. And it's like, geez, somebody, I'd never heard that before because it was always cluttered up around everything, you know, or had all kind of blankets or whatever wrapped around it. I really didn't hear it at first when I had the bag on the top of the car because it was in the bag. Anyway, all right, guys, love you. God bless.